Hey, what's going on, Leets and Geeks? Today we have a major announcement. So this is what this video is about. I mentioned this last month and now it is here. So let's get down to brass tacks and roll that transition. I'm really excited about this, and as I said, I mentioned this last month. I told you it was coming, and now it has arrived. Yes, I am talking about YouTube memberships for RPG Elite. That's right, baby. That is right. Now, I tried memberships off platform for about a year, and I think I mentioned this before. It was an experiment and trying to see how you set that stuff up. And I could do it like that. It's just a whole lot of work, and things have changed. Things are always changing, and I'm always just experimenting and seeing, okay, what will they like? Let's experiment with this, see if they like it. Okay, they don't like it. Okay, you know, putting out polls and all the rest of this stuff and just trying new things for the channel. Well, to create some of the content that I would like to create on this channel, very work intensive. And I'm like, you know, just for me, I'm going, this is a lot of work. I think a lot of us don't realize, especially if all you do is just watch the YouTube videos, you don't realize the amount of work that goes into actually making a video that's worth something, right? Now, obviously, you know, if work has gone into a video or if work hasn't gone to a video. There's many people who just slap up a video, don't do anything with it, and you know, and that's all they do. And if that's what they want and that's what their outlet, I think that's great. Go ahead and do your thing, but that's not me. I'm doing this as my side hustle. And so I need to make a little bit of Skrilla, y'all, if I'm going to be putting in work. You know what I mean? And I love putting in work for y'all. I love doing these creative things. But if you want to help a brother out a little bit, now you can. And we've got 3 tiers. So depending on your budget, where you're at, I don't know where you're at. You know where you're at. But again, if you like this kind of content and you want to help a brother out, then you can go ahead and support the channel through YouTube memberships. So what I would like to do is I'd like to go through the 3 tiers and let you guys know, okay, this is what you get, this tier, that tier, and this tier. And you'll know full well, eyes wide open, whether or not this is something that you want to go ahead and support. All right, so let's get to it, y'all, with level number 1. So level 1 is called the support crew. So like I said, I like to keep it with that military motif. And so you have 4 perks here. And so let's go down the list here. So the first one are the loyalty badges. So loyalty badges are badges that you get for the amount of time that you have supported the channel. So you get one when you first join. I think you get one after 6 months, and then you get one every year, I believe, after that. And they have it going up to, I don't know, like 10 years or something crazy like that. And I don't even know whether we all will be here in that time. Jesus could come back in between now and then. But I got us out 7 years. Okay, so there's 7 badges just waiting for those. And those badges, I believe, now this is something that I haven't done any research on, but I believe you get to see those badges maybe in the comments when you make a comment. Maybe, not sure about that. You guys, if you're part of a membership, let me know in the comments how that works. But they have the loyalty badges, and then also I'm pretty sure that's in the chat when we do a live stream, and we'll be talking about that in a second. So first is your loyalty badges. That's your first perk. Your second perk are the emojis. Now these are the ones that I like, because these are custom emojis just for members who are part of the Elite Division. And these are RPG Elite only emojis. So I got a couple of them, and I'll just throw them up on the screen here for you. I got a couple of them. Now, they will only allow me to make so many. And after your first 8 subscribers, I think, or your first 8 members, then you go ahead and you get the ability to make another one. And then I don't know if it's every 8 after that or whatever. I'm not sure. But I would like to have just like a whole set of Elite Division emojis just for my members. So we're starting off small. They allow you to start off small and then allow you to build gradually. So that's cool. So the more members that we get, the more emojis that you're going to get. And that's kind of a cool thing to have. And again, I think this is for comments and definitely for your chat. And I think it's definitely for your comments too when you come to the channel. Don't know how it all works, but I don't need to. They can do that on the back end. All right. The third thing that we have are the members only polls. So that's going to be happening over on the community tab. So I'm going to set up a poll and only members will be able to vote in that poll. And that's normally about the content on the channel. You know, something that I'll ask, or, you know, if I'm thinking about going in a different direction and trying to get some feedback and things like that, then obviously the ones who are supporting it, yeah, they're the ones who I want to hear from. You know, the random person who is online or on YouTube who probably is not going to come back to my channel at all, who cares about that? And they don't, you know, they're not going to come in here and know the type of stuff that we do. Yeah, it's for members only. So that is going to be up, and you will get, I don't know if you get kind of an alert or anything like that. I'm not quite sure, but I'll let you guys know. There's some way that I will let you guys know, probably in the beginning of a video or something like that. So you get your member only polls. That's your third perk. And your last perk is what I call Intel Drops. And that's just tips and updates and, you know, sneak peeks and things like that. If I'm thinking about something, or if I'm building something, I want you guys to kind of see it, then you guys will have the opportunity to, like I said, get a sneak peek at it, or, you know, maybe there's an update on something that I'm doing behind the scenes, things like that. So those are the 4 perks that you get as the support crew. Let's move on to level number 2. Hey, I rhymed. I'm a poet and I don't know it. So the second level is called the Elite Operative. It adds 3 more perks on top of the 4 perks that you get with the support crew. Now, the first of these is called the Solo RPG Chronicles Broadcast. What in the world is that? So I have to lay the groundwork here. So give me a second. I have a Substack. Okay. For some of you, you might not even know what that is. Okay. So Substack is a platform, and it's kind of a newsletter / blog platform. And they allow you to write whatever you want to write, and people can come over and subscribe to what you're writing. So if you're writing like a serialization of a story, like a novel or something like that, or you're writing just how-to information like in a newsletter, or if you're doing something like I'm doing, which is an edutainment blog that teaches you how to play solo tabletop RPGs and does it with different games. I'm just ending up my small campaign using DC Hero 2nd Edition. So if you're interested in seeing what that is all about, I'll leave a link for that down in the description so you can kind of see the platform or whatever. But people can go over there and they can subscribe. Subscribing is for free. For some people, they, you know, turn on paid. For me, it's for free. Now, I thought it would be a good idea, instead of, you know, doing these little spurts of play, I thought, you know, maybe it might be a good idea if I just did a video and just played for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, you know, depending on what my mood is, and for you guys to see how this is. And then basically all you will get is like excerpts of the text edition over on Substack of the video that I made. Now, obviously the video is just going to have more content. That's just the way that it is. And so that's the reason why it's a perk. You can still go over to my Substack and see how it differs from the video. The video has way more things in it. So that's what the Solo RPG broadcast is. Next on the list is what I call the Extended Recon. I thought this was pretty cool. And you know how you guys with videos, you get like the deleted, you know, scenes and all the rest of that stuff. Well, you guys know I don't do any videos on YouTube longer than 20 minutes for my free stuff. And I thought, you know, it'd probably be a cool idea if I just did the longer version of a weekly video, and you guys will see all the little extra stuff that goes in there, and even some of the outtakes and bloopers and where I mess up and all the rest of that stuff. So that is what Extended Recon is. You guys are going to get that. And, you know, like I said, I try to edit the mess out of stuff. There's sometimes where, you know, a video that was 25, 27 minutes, you know, I'll cut it down to like 19. sometimes 18. So you'll be missing like 10 minutes worth of stuff that I'll just cut out because, again, I don't make any videos longer than 20 minutes. That's been a thing for a while. Unless you are an RPG Elite member, then you can look at the extended recon versions of the weekly videos and get more content. And the last one on the list is called the Elite Frequency. And this is priority response to people in my comments who are members. So maybe, you want to ask me a question, you want to tag me in something and say something or whatever. You can do that and you will be responded to. Because a lot of times, all the comments that are going around, I don't know. I don't get every notification for every comment that comes through. It's not the way that works. YouTube doesn't work like that. So sometimes you'll see me respond to some things and sometimes you won't. Well, with the Elite Frequency, you will always get a response. And so that's especially true if you've got a question. Now, for members, you will definitely get that answered. And so that is what the Elite Frequency is. So those are the other 3 things that you get with the Elite Operative tier. But wait, we've got one more. The last tier is called the Command Unit. I love this stuff, dude. I love the names of this stuff. Okay, let me keep going. So the Command Unit adds 3 more perks on top of the perks that you get from being an Elite Operative and the support crew. And the first one is cinematic campaigns. Okay, anybody who has seen my solo campaign with Akelo Balandemu, how I created that, with different AI voices and all the rest of this stuff. And here's the thing. It is an AI voice, but it's my performance. Okay, so how you can do this is that I can perform the part with my voice, but just put another voice on the top of it. So it's still me doing the performance. It's not just a straight AI voice because those things are just, ugh. No, I perform all of the parts and I just put a voice over it that I think that they should sound like. And so we get the whole Monty with that. You get the GM voice, you get the full production. That's what a cinematic campaign is. And if it's a group session, then you guys know I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of other things, adding a whole bunch of other things, because just slapping something up there and having 5 people look at the screen and do it, that stuff is just boring to me. I can't do it. I don't feel like doing that. I want it to be a little bit more interactive. I want it to be a little bit more cinematic. And so I add a whole bunch of all this other extra stuff. So that is what cinematic campaigns are about. Next on that are the Elite Ops live streams. Those will be live streams for members only. Now, first, we got to get some members. So we got to get at least 10 members. That's the threshold before we start doing Elite Op live stream. 10 members is what we need before we start doing that. And then we'll do our members only live stream. And you guys, even if you can't make it for a members only live stream, you can always watch the replay. It's kind of sad, if you're not there, because I like interacting with my folks, my peeps, my elite division. I mean, that's what it's for, man. But, maybe you can't make it on the day that I'm doing it. All right. So, but we will have members only live streams. And the last one is what's called roll call recognition. So that's when I give you as a member a shout out on the channel, not just for a members only video, but for a normal video to the public. Let people know, yo, this is my member, this is their badge, this is what they're playing right now. They support the channel. I just want to give back a little bit of love to those people who are supporting the channel and give you guys some recognition. And also, if you have a YouTube channel, I will give your YouTube channel a shout out as well. It's called roll call recognition. So those are the other 3 perks that you get. So all in all, you get 10 perks if you are part of the command unit, 7 if you're an elite operative, and 4 if you just are part of the support crew. But any support, y'all, would be fantastic, because I just love doing this stuff. I really do. I like doing this stuff. I actually like video editing. I really do. I like video editing and doing all the different voices and, rolling the dice and showing you guys. I'm just doing all the little nerdy stuff, man. I love that stuff. That'll never get old for me. And so this allows me to do it and for you to support the work that's being done here on RPG Elite with the Elite Division. So yeah, I'm excited. The Elite Division is live, and the link to join the Elite Division will be down in the description. And I have to, kind of do a edit of all of my descriptions for all of my 400 plus videos and add a link for memberships. This is the type of work that you got to do, y'all, right? You don't get eligible for memberships until you get to a certain threshold, and they have been bothering me to death as far as doing memberships. Hey, if you got any value out of the video today, if you could go ahead and do brother solid, go ahead and crush that like button. Also, if you want to stick around, I'll come up with videos every Tuesday for my free stuff. If maybe it's not in your budget, or you just don't feel like supporting me in that way, that's fine. But if you want to support me and not miss any of the other things that I put out or any of my free stuff, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. All right, y'all. Let's get to the question of the vid. So we're talking about the Elite Division. I tried to come out with some different things for you guys that, for different people and the kind of things that, whatever floats your boat, right? So out of all the perks that I listed, which ones do you like the most? And I say ones because we got 10 of them, right? So give me your top 3 of the ones that I mentioned. Be like, yeah, I like that one, and that one. Out of all the ones, which ones attract you the most? Let's get some engagement going down in the comments below. And you know what that means, folks? It means that it's time to do my Staggo Bus.
So exit, stage left.
Hey, you got a game going on this week, y'all. Happy gaming! I pray it is an RPG Elite session. In the meantime, between time, y'all, you can go ahead and watch this video over here, because this particular one gives you a little bit of flavor on that cinematic campaign that I was talking about. So until next time, God willing, it's me, your boy servant. I got to go. Peace. 5,000 likes. That's right. I'm outie.